Southward Korea's ban on miscarriage has been controlled unconstitutional in a historical trial judgment. The nation's constitution trial orderly how the law must be fixed by the end of 2020. By the 1953 prohibition, female who include abortions can be penalized and concluded, besides in cases of rape incest or hazard to their public health. Doctors who execute the order can as well person prison. Southward Korea is one of the few advanced countries to criminalize miscarriage. On Environment and View survey found 58% of the social favor repealing the prohibition. The law was discussed following a problem of a woman physician who was pursued for performance nearly 70 abortions. She told the ban vanishing female and bounded their rights. The shove for changing comes of a blossoming motion fight for females' rights in Southward Korea. Pro-choice campaigners say the miscarriage ban is portion of a more extensive prejudice versus female in the nation. Southward Korea is household to a big quantity of evangelic Christians, yet, and several wish miscarriage to stay illicit since they say it forces female to believe deep on the judgment. As the cheers of festivity rippled via the hundreds who'd collected to struggle to coup the miscarriage prohibition, two females stood hugging. One in burst into tears. She'd had an miscarriage in the history. She'd hid her judgment for year, though of her shut friends, since she thick felt shamed. But present she told she thick felt she could breath and how her selection eventually thick felt actual. The stigmatization was lost. Other in the generally youthful team of female said me the milestone governing eventually done them sense how woman sounding were creature heard in which is a deep patriarchy community. On the some party of the way a team of against abortion activists shouted downward in feminist. They trust the governing will not stay and how down there is a opportunity to struggle on. The Constitution trial's judgment has put the following move in the hands of political community, who include before December 2020 to rewrite the act. These prudent groups trust they can impact how trial. In spite the limiting act, abortions are wide available in Southward Korea and can be transferred out reliably. Female who end their pregnancies are seldom pursued, but activists say the ban puts their public health at hazard and generates public stigmatization. Younger generation who get pregnant women are frequently constrained to end their teaching or transmission to remotely institutions, on to youthful rights groups. A examination recent year found how 1 in 5 female who had been pregnant women had had an miscarriage, and fair 1% bring down by the legislative exemptions, AFP news story agent accountable. An alleged 50,000 abortions were transferred out in Southward Korea in 2017, compared in by the government estimates of on 169,000 cases in 2010. The drop is substantially ascribed to improved contraception services and means that are now wide accessible, and a superior insight of childbirth monitoring.